guys, welcome to my channel. Hope you are doing well. So today I'm going to be talking about manhwa and webtoons where the main character reincarnates as a villainess. These mangas are about a woman who is written to be the villainess in an otome game or a novel and thus is on the road to ruin. Most commonly an isekai trope where the main character is reincarnated or transmigrated into the villainess or someone related to them, such as a mob character or the heroine. The villainess and her companions must work to do whatever they can to avoid her fate, deal with life after doom, or just avoid the problem altogether. The worlds are usually based on an existing otome game or the novel the main character is familiar with or even wrote in their past life.
But before we begin with the video, make sure to subscribe and like the video. Now let's begin our list.
Coming at number 1, we have The Villainess is a Marionette. The main character reincarnates as Kena, the imperial princess who was known as the most beautiful woman in the empire. She was a woman who knew nothing but evil and luxury. However, she was destined for ruin. She would be used as a chess piece by her younger brother to secure his throne and killed by her crazy husband. To avoid her bad ending, the main character offers her brother to help him become the emperor in exchange of her freedom. The female lead is the definition of a true villainess. She is calculative, manipulative, and cool. The art is extremely detailed, magnificent, and jaw-dropping. The story is pretty common, but it's good, considering how there's not much plot holes and the way it is dealt with is detailed. The female lead is gorgeous as hell and strong, and most of all, she is a villainess. I think the female lead is a well-written character. It's rare to see a female lead like this, and I absolutely love it. She seems to be the type that won't get annoying later on, which is an important thing because you will be following her until the story ends. All the side characters complement the story well. The plot contains a lot of toxic characters, but rest assured, our female lead is not an easy target. Coming at number 2, we have I am a martial art villainess but I am the strongest. Our main character was an unsuccessful romance fantasy novelist. When she gets into a hit and run, then wakes up as a villainess in a best-selling martial art novel. She uses the information from the novel that she had analyzed in her original life in order to avoid her death ending and finding the truth behind what had really happened to her. Pacing, humor, storyline, and characterization are completely on point, and although I am not very familiar with cultivation or martial arts manga, it doesn't come off as too overbearing or boring. Rather, the complete opposite. The plot is already good by itself, but because of the care put into drawing the world, it feels so painfully alive with every panel, as if we could reach out and touch the sleeves of our red clothes ourselves. Haewon is the perfect female lead, strong, capable, and determined to change her fate, but also she comes off as human and authentic. The characters are all interesting. The art is quite pretty. There is a good overall plot as well as well-paced arcs, and the martial arts fantasy setting is cool. There is a good cast of characters, and it's not only focused on just the female lead and the male lead. Everyone gets decent screen time. The female lead is very strong and independent, while the male lead is also strong and emotionally supportive. It's great. Coming at number 3, we have The Villainess Wants a Divorce. This story is about a girl who reincarnates as a secondary villainess of her favorite novel named as The First Princess Consort Wife. Its charm lies on how she tries to survive the usual route for execution but instead earns the affections of the prince. Of course, she doesn't realize that, and due to how she reacts to the world and its politics with her knowledge leads to funny situations. This is a really cute romance story. The male lead is adorable, an idiot in the ways of love but adorable. His pathetically incompetent advances are so funny and it's cute. The supporting characters are also wonderful. This is a must read. You should definitely check this out. Coming at number 4, we have Villains Are Destined to Die. This story is about a girl who reincarnated as a reverse harem game's villainess, Penelope, the one and only adopted daughter of the ducal Eckert family, and she is destined to die. So she tries to be paired with one of the main male leads from the heroine's harem before the real daughter of the Duke family appears. This story could have very easily gone the typical spiteful, vengeful villainous route and made everyone the bad guy for the sake of the main character. Instead, they went the extra mile and tried to make all the characters as realistic as possible. The interactions between the characters are always interesting to watch, and there's a sense of morbid fascination that comes with reading the story. The main lead's relationship build-up also feels surprisingly natural, and they both just feel like such a good match. She is manipulative and driven, and he is paranoid and almost world-weary. They both have terrible lives, and it just makes sense when they start to see comfort from each other. It's pretty interesting so far. The art style is absolutely gorgeous. The story was well thought out and told. The characters are truly inspired, with distinct personalities, clear motivations, great development, and understanding of them grows throughout the story as if you yourself were becoming acquainted with them. Coming at number 5, we have When the Villainess is in Love. When a young girl wakes up in the body of her favorite character, villainous Princess Libertia, the very first thing she decides to do is fangirl her heart out. And why not? In a novel where all of her favorite characters are doomed to die, there is her chance to give them all a happy ending. The art of this manhwa is absolutely gorgeous. Coming at number 6, we have Ginger and the Cursed Prince. For hopeless romantic Ginger Totty, getting engaged to the man of her dreams is a fairy tale come true. It isn't long before she realizes the gut-wrenching truth. Her fiancé has been seduced by her rival. The heartbroken Ginger finds solace in a new book that recounts the tale of a young woman and a cursed prince. But to her horror, the protagonist turns out to be none other than her beautiful nemesis, Lerezi. As reality unfolds, according to the book, both ladies fall in love with the handsome prince at first sight. Ginger vows to steal both the spotlight and the prince's heart. Ginger is so unlucky, stupid and funny, and such a light-hearted, easygoing and honest girl. She makes the story really refreshing. She is also way too straightforward and keeps embarrassing herself, but I find it cute. I like the way Ginger wholeheartedly follows her emotions, and she is capable of learning and growing. The main character is such a breath of fresh air and funny and quirky. Plus, the female lead and the male lead scenes are adorable. At first, I thought Izana was gonna be cold and ruthless, but he's so cute. Even though Ginger fell in love with Izana just because of his face, I honestly ship them so hard because they so fit together. The dynamic between Ginger and Izana is spectacular and is very entertaining. This story is a mix of romance, motivation and revenge. You should definitely check this out. Coming at number 7, we have The Villainous Turns the Hourglass. After her lowly mother married a count, Arya enjoyed a life full of luxury while harassing her gentle stepsister, Miel. Several years later, Arya is about to be executed when Miel reveals that she wickedly tricked Arya into building the bad reputation that ultimately brought her to the scaffold. Just as Arya desperately wishes she could change her fate, she sees a curious hourglass that takes her back into the past. Now Arya can destroy Miel by using her own tactics against her like a true villainess. If you want a break from those cliché villainous stories, the main character isn't even a villain and was just framed, definitely read this one. This is a true villainess who is not afraid to use people and manipulate them for the sole purpose of revenge. You should definitely give this a try. I hope you all have a good day. See ya!